I smoke for 8 hours. Like you can see the flavor.
Look at this. Look
like,
at this.
Look at that falling off.
Can you guys get close on this? Look at the juice coming out of this.
$15 million in 1 month for ribeye steak, $6.9 million for lobster tail, $225 million for furniture.
Look at this. This is another one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That is something that pastrami
I love
melts.
pastrami, too.
It's a new item on the menu.
He spent more in the month of September than most countries on earth spend in their defense.
Paul, do you believe
all
that, do you
for
believe,
himself? Lobster tails?
Pete Hegseth's Pentagon was already on a massive spending spree before the war began, dropping $15 million on, wait for it, if you haven't seen this story, look it up, steak, and another $6.9 million on lobster tail in just the month of September.
They spent $15 million on steak in 1 month. Who are you, Sterling, Cooper, Draper, and Price? No wonder Hegseth always looks miserable. He's 24/7 meat constipated.
These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, just when we thought we had enough evidence to prove that the fake news was carrying water for the radical left Democrats, you have stories like this. They keep telling on themselves, guys. You had this fake news journal from CNN. This absolute lunatic decided that he was going to have a meltdown because he believed falsely that Pete Hegseth was somehow spending millions of dollars, near $7 million on lobster tail by himself. You guys, you can't get stupider than this. And the internet immediately roasted this guy. I'm going to go ahead and show you the clip of this guy having a meltdown, as well as someone edited in footage of troops eating lobster. Let's get into it. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
He has spent $15 million in 1 month for ribeye steak, $6.9 million for lobster tail, $225 million for furniture. He spent more in the month of September than most countries on earth spend in their defense.
Paul, do you believe
all
that, do you
for
believe,
himself? Lobster tails?
Do you believe
while our troops are eating MREs?
No. Do you
lobster tails?
Do you believe the Secretary of Defense is personally eating all the lobster?
Well, he
it's
can't
for
eat
the
16.
Troops.
Oh, really? The troops are getting lobster.
just so you know, he just said, because I know they're talking kind of fast. He just said he spent it all on himself, and he's like, "While our troops are in it." No, fool, it's for the troops. But let me go back so you can hear it again.
Lobster tails?
Do you believe
while our troops are eating MREs on earth spend in their defense?
Paul, do you believe
all
do you
for
believe,
himself? Lobster tails?
Do you believe
while our troops are eating MREs?
No. Do you
lobster
believe,
tails?
Do you believe the Secretary of Defense is personally eating all the lobster?
Well, he
it's
can't
for
eat
the
16.
Troops.
Oh, really? The troops are getting lobster
frequently.
Brothers defect has steak and lobster. How's this steak and lobster?
This is hilarious.
All right, damn, you're decent. How's yours? I'm ready for war. We're going to war.
My God!
Troops who are going to war.
Oh my God!
Great meal. You know that.
They're getting lobster.
That.
You are so
You're
full
gonna
of
get
it.
killed over this.
You are
You're
so
gonna get killed
full of
over
it.
this. Internet, do something.
I might have to double it. I had to run it back.
Yo, I don't know who this guy is, but I love this guy. This guy's hilarious. But guys, look, there's more clips than that. Like, the internet is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, there's more videos of troops getting lobster, and they know why. It's because there's literally a ongoing war right now. They're trying to treat these people good. Technically speaking, you never know what your last meal is, whether or not you are just a civilian, just hanging around, just living life. But especially if you know you're going to possibly be fighting someone, you don't know when your last meal is. So they spent a bunch of money to serve our troops, which I 100% support, by the way. But let me show you these other clips.
I like a little
steak and lobster. You know what that means?
Let's go back.
I like a little
steak and lobster. You know what that means? We are going to war. To war we are going. I'm gonna eat good now.
But I'll be tearing them things up. I love seafood, for those of you guys who didn't know. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. But guys, this just goes to show you what the priorities are. This is the same CNN fake news who is carrying water for the terrorists. Okay, they're basically trying to do everything they can to make the terrorists look like innocent victims being bullied by America. They're pearl clutching about lobster tails, about spending on lobster tails. Meanwhile, you didn't just spend millions on illegal aliens. You spent billions on illegal aliens. Where the hell was all this criticism then? You have to be freaking joking with these people, man. If you saw my video yesterday, I want to give credit where credit is due. This CNN propagandist, Abby Phillip, got absolutely smoked over the internet as well, because she was issuing false statements claiming that Mayor Mamdani out of New York, you know, the Islamic extremists that they hired because they were so anti-Trump, she tried to carry water for him as well, basically covering for the terrorists. It was Islamic terrorists. So the Christians were basically protesting Islam because they feel like they're terrorists. And what happened? They got attacked by a terrorist. And then Abby Phillip tried to say that Mayor Mamdani was under attack because she didn't want to reveal the fact and provide any sort of empathy or sympathy for the fact that people on the right are being attacked by Islamic terrorist extremists. It doesn't get much worse than this, ladies and gentlemen. Here is her on-air retraction.
This morning, I issued a correction first thing in the morning on X for a mistake that I made in last night's show, but I also wanted to do so on air as well. I incorrectly said that the bombs that were thrown by ISIS-inspired suspects in New York over the weekend were directed at Mayor Mamdani. They were not. I failed to catch and correct that mistake in real time, and I take full responsibility for that. And while we do make mistakes, it is important to acknowledge and correct those errors when they happen. This morning,
but there's a key thing that's missing here, guys, is that there was no additional context provided. She just said she made a mistake. She didn't say what really happened. There were bombs that were thrown by terrorists at Christians. Okay, these are bombs thrown to cause harm to people that were protesting, actual peaceful protesters, not those radical anti-immigrant or you know, those people who pro-illegal immigration people. No, those people are violent, trying to run people over with their car and all this other stupid stuff, and then gonna cry like a baby when they get killed over it. No, these are people who are actually innocent protesters. They actually were protesting peacefully, and this lunatic ran up on them. He wasn't just in the crowd. He ran up on them like, hey, I want to kill these people. That's the people who we're dealing with. And you got propagandists out here who are melting down about freaking ribeyes and lobster tail. Guys, if you got a CNN subscription, cancel it. If you watch CNN, even if it's just for entertainment, stop watching them. Look, the faster we get rid of these people, the better, especially people like Abby Phillip. Trust me, they'll make a turnaround when they lose enough money. It takes a lot of pain, but pain causes action. Just like how MSDNC got rid of Joyless Reed. Oh yeah, Abby Phillip is cooked. CNN got rid of woke behind Don Lemonade, Lemonhead, Mr. Fruitcake, the propagandist who swore that he was independent, not Democrat, but always carries water for the Democrats and raided a church. They got rid of that loser. Abby Phillip, your time is coming. The more radical of a leftist you are, it seems like that means your time comes faster, especially for a lot of these black propagandists. So Abby Phillip, I mean, if you're one of those people who believes racism is live and strong here, then you best keep believing it now, because your time is definitely coming up soon. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
And then somebody comes around the corner like, hey guys, it's steak and lobster night, it's surf and turf. And now I've got another picture of the three of us eating steak in the room that we lived in later that night.
Brothers Defect has steak and lobster. I might have to double it. I had to run it back.